Hey y'all, welcome to another vlog. It's Monday and today is the day I'm going back to see my therapist. I am not sure if we're actually going to be doing EMDR today. She didn't really say, but I assume we are. So today might be my first EMDR session. I'm feeling a little nervous about it, but also same as I did last week, really excited to get started. I didn't wear very much makeup today because I know I'm gonna cry. So I just did a little bit of waterproof mascara, some lip gloss, and my tinted moisturizer. That's it for today. As for outfit of the day, it's not quite put together yet. I have clothes in the dryer, but I'm just wearing my mushroom dress and a sweater, and then I have nothing on my legs because all my leggings are dirty, or they were, but I washed them this morning. So I'm gonna be wearing leggings and boots with this, and that's what I'm gonna wear to my therapy session. And then I'm also wearing my quartz crystal today, which I haven't worn in a long time. And that's pretty much me today. Right now, it's getting close to noon. I've been this morning doing some chores around the house. I did some journaling and some tarot cards and just some other meditation and reflective exercises that I've been doing every day. Did my positive affirmations, and now I'm about to go cook some food because I am starving and I want to eat before I go. My goals for today, Monday, March 4th, are to record a vlog, publish my sim stream from Friday, post on Instagram, clean my apartment, do laundry, and go to my therapy at 2 o'clock. I don't give myself too many things to do on Monday because I like to give myself a couple hours after therapy to kind of process and journal and deal with it, especially after EMDR. I think that's going to be necessary. Not sure, but I'll let you know how it goes. And now let's go cook some food. So I bought these breakfast sausage links the other day at Walmart, and I need to cook them up. So that's what I'm going to be eating for brunch today, breakfast or lunch, whatever you want to call it, first meal, because I only eat twice a day. So I'm going to have some sausages and maybe some scrambled eggs. I don't know. Let's cook the sausages first, and then I'll decide. So I'm going to use my small frying pan here. Hopefully all these links can fit in there. I'm just opening the sausage package. I only have 2 frying pans. One is 10 inches, kind of small, and then the other one is super mega extra large. So I'm just going to use my hands to put these in here, and then I'll wash my hands after. I just took a shower this morning and washed my hair. I've been trying to wash my hair every 2 to 3 days. And then I've also been using a leave-in conditioner because that kind of helps with the frizz with the humidity where I live. Come on, let me fit all these in here. Okay, I crowded them all in here. Hopefully they'll cook well enough. So the dogs are just barking at me that they need to go out. So before I turn the stove on, I'm gonna take the dogs for a little walk. You ready to go for a walk, Pup-Pups? You ready to go for a walk? Yes, you are. Oh, they're so sweet. I don't know if I've shown you since they got their little haircuts, but yeah, they got groomed last week. And they look so cute. All right, I'm coming. So y'all, here are some of the beautiful wildflowers that are blooming outside my house. And they're probably gonna come soon and mow all this down, which makes me sad, but I know they have to do it. But these are everywhere right now. Uh-oh, Bella just took a dump. I gotta go clean it up. Be right back. And I also wanted to show you guys one of the dogwood trees. This is kind of a small one that's blooming back here, but it is so beautiful, and they are blooming everywhere. I've got to go on a nature walk before they're no longer in bloom because they don't last long in early spring. So over here in this little field we're in, there's a lot of henbit or false nettle. This is one of my favorite wildflowers. And today I noticed that there are lots of dandelions starting to grow and also a lot of white clover. So it's getting really pretty in Arkansas. Early April, late March and early April is really beautiful around here. Okay, now back inside from walking the dogs, and I'm gonna turn my stove here on medium and cook these sausages. While the sausages are cooking, I'm also gonna do some dishes. I have a bunch of like coffee cups, and I can never like get enough dishes for a full load before I need to wash them again because it's just me here. But anyway, I've got a few things that need to go into the dishwasher, so I'm gonna do that while the sausages are cooking. Okay, got the dishwasher loaded, and then after I finish cooking and eating, I'll put the rest of my dishes in and run it. Okay, the sausages are starting to cook here. I'm gonna try to flip them, which is not working very well with these tongs that I'm using. Okay, I'm just gonna try to turn them over like that, because grabbing them is not working. They're slippery bastards, oh my god. Cooperate with me, sausages. Cook, damn you. Just gonna roll them around. They'll cook eventually. Now they're sizzling, y'all. Oh yeah, it smells good too. I love nice sagey sausage. I think here in a couple days I'm gonna go to my local butcher and get some different kinds of meat to try and cook. I wanna start getting a little more varied with my diet. I'm trying to get off the McDonald's patty only diet. Feeling a lot better this week, so ready to start taking better care of myself too. But today, this is the meat I have in the house, so this is what we're gonna have. Okay, I think they are just about done. I like mine really done and like browned like that, so I think they're just about done for my taste. I'm gonna go ahead and take them out. And then I'm gonna cook some eggs in the leftover fat that rendered out. All right, there's my sausages. Some of them, I don't know, I might have burned that one. That was a little dark. We'll see. So I've just got 2 scrambled eggs here that I'm gonna pour in and cook in the sausage fat. Usually when I make sausages, I'll cook scrambled eggs in the same pan after I cook them, and then whatever I have left over the next day, I will make into omelets for my breakfast. So that's pretty much my plan now. I don't really feel like having any cheese today. I'm just gonna have plain eggs. Sometimes I'll put cheese in my eggs, but not today. So here's my breakfast. I'm gonna try to eat 2 eggs and 3 sausages. I don't know if I'll be able to eat it all. My appetite has not been great lately. When I'm kind of feeling down or depressed, I really usually don't like to eat a lot, and I have to force myself to eat or I'll just end up not eating. But trying to do better this week and make myself eat at least twice a day, so here we go. The eggs are good. The sausage is really yummy too. And sometimes if I can just make myself eat a couple bites, then, you know, I'll start feeling hungrier and I'll be able to eat more. It's just like making myself start eating. That's the problem. Also gonna have myself an ice cold Coke Zero. I can't have any meal without Coke Zero. All right, y'all, I'm gonna finish eating and I'll see you here in a little bit. Oh my God, my dishwasher is so old and loud, I can barely hear myself speak whenever it's on. Let me turn it off for a second. So I finished eating breakfast. I obviously got the dishes done, and I got my kitchen pretty much clean. I just need to clean the counters now. And since you asked for it, here it is. Oh my God, I just cleaned this entire counter and realized I didn't even have the camera recording, so sorry, you missed the best part. So what I typically do is, if you're new here, if you're not, you probably already know what I do, but I clean with my homemade dish soap. I just scrub everything down with the Scrub Mommy. Here's how it kind of looks after I do that. And I cleaned out the sink, and I've already cleaned this counter. And then I take my Swedish dishcloth and clean it again to get all the soap off. And then we'll go over it a third time with a clean dish towel. So I guess, sorry I didn't get that first part recorded, but also you're welcome. So I'm just gonna wipe the rest of this part down with my Swedish dishcloth and my sink, and then we'll go over it with a dish towel. Oh my God, that dishwasher's so loud. Let me turn it off while I'm talking. So I absolutely love having this stainless steel sink, because if you guys remember my old house, I had that white sink that would stain all the time, that porcelain sink. I love having this stainless steel, even though it's a lot smaller and it took a while for me to get used to, because that old sink was huge and I had to like stick my arms down in it. This one's much smaller and more shallow. It's just so much easier to clean, you know? Okay, so these counters are cleaned. I'm just gonna dry them down now. And this step probably isn't even necessary because I took so long to get back here, it's mostly dry. But I'll do this if the counters are still wet, like they are over here. All right, clean counters, just how I like them. Also, my pothos is thriving over here in this window. It is so happy here. and it's actually starting to vine down here amongst my soaps and lotions. So I'm gonna try to like vine it back up towards the light if I can. Maybe I can get it to grow around my dish rack like that. But yeah, I love this so much. It was given to me by a subscriber, and it was very small when I first got it, and it has just grown like crazy since I put it in this windowsill. All right, now that the kitchen's clean, I have to leave for my EMDR appointment in about 20 minutes, so I'm gonna go finish getting ready for that. Hopefully my leggings are dry. I put them in the dryer about an hour ago. Okay, I'm ready for my appointment now with my updated outfit of the day, which is just the dress I was wearing earlier with tights and boots. But I also put on a belt because this dress is a size 12 and I'm normally a size 8, and I just don't have the boob meat to fill this thing out. It looks really baggy if I don't put a belt on with it. So got a belt on, and I may or may not wear a sweater. I think it's super warm out today. The weather has been very variable. Like it might be 75 one day and 55 the next day. So I'll just take a sweater with me in case I need it. But I'm heading out the door now to my appointment, and I'll see you guys back here in a couple hours. Hey y'all, so it's about 4:30 now, and I've been back from my therapy session for about half an hour or 45 minutes. We actually ended up going until 3:30 because she didn't have an appointment at 3, so she said we could take some extra time today, so that was really nice. We did do EMDR today, and I just want to kind of talk about what it was like for me. I really love this therapist. I think she's very good at what she does, and I kind of almost think my other therapist was not right for me. And I'm really happy that I found this new one because, and also I think just going in person helps so much more as well, as opposed to doing like online therapy. But anyway, let me get down to the EMDR. So the first thing that we did in the session is we decided on what we were going to use as the focal point for the EMDR. And so we chose a traumatic memory of mine from childhood that involved my father. This is one of the things that stuck with me for a very long time and is at really the root of my abandonment issues. I have a lot of issues with abandonment. It pretty much drives all of my BPD behavior because my father abandoned me so many times and let me down so many times as a child. And it's part of the reason why I seek male validation, and I always feel like I need to have a man who loves me or I feel worthless. So I'm working on that. So the first thing we did is create a safe space for me to go. That way, if things ever got too intense during the session, that I could just go to my safe place. And also, my safe place is a place for me to go anytime in my life when I feel like I need peace or things are getting out of control or my emotions are getting too heightened, then I can just go to my peaceful, safe place. And she also wants me to go there at night as I'm trying to fall asleep and try to add more detail to the safe place and make it like a real place that I can go in my mind. So of course for me that place is in the forest, and so she just had me like describe it as much as I could. What does it look like? What are the smells? What are the sounds? What do I see and hear? What colors do I see? And we just kind of created this place for me, like a sanctuary in my mind's eye, if you will. And once we did that, then we were ready to start the session. So what my therapist does is she doesn't do taps or audio. She uses a wand. She called it a magic wand, and she moves the wand back and forth like this, and I follow it with my eyes. So first she had me like take a photograph in my mind of the traumatic memory, and then I would think about that photograph and I would watch the wand back and forth, and I would just let my mind go wherever it wanted to with that memory. And then after a while she would stop, and then I would tell her any thoughts that had come up for me, and we did that numerous times over and over, and I would just talk about everything that came up for me, all of my feelings and thoughts around this memory. And let me tell you, it was incredibly helpful for me. Now I have a lot of these traumatic memories that I'm gonna have to work through. It's gonna take a long time. And she also talked to me about the SUD scale, which is the subject, I forgot. Hold on, let me look it up. Subjective Units of Distress Scale. Okay, that's what it is. And so what she did is she asked me before we began, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the least, 10 being the most, what level of distress do you feel when you bring this memory to mind? And this particular memory I said is 7. And then so we went through the EMDR, we did the thing, I tried to process the emotions, talked about everything that came up. We also talked about where I felt the pain in my body, which for me, I feel it like in my chest, like in between my chest and my stomach, like right in the center of my core is where I feel the pain from these memories. So we related to the physical sensation of the pain also while we were doing this. And so by the end of the session, then she asked me again, what is my rating on the SUD scale? And I felt like we got it down to about a 3 or 4. So I feel like that was really good progress for 1 hour and a half long session. So I won't go into detail about the traumatic memories or anything like that. I just want to kind of explain like how EMDR, how it worked for me, what my experience with it was. So we also did some other kinds of therapy. Like she like integrates other kinds of therapy. Like I don't even know what to call it, but so she had me sit on the couch and look at the chair across the room and imagine that my father was sitting there, and to tell him how I felt, to tell him like all of my feelings about these memories. And so I did, and it felt like really weird at first. Like it felt kind of cringy to like look there and pretend I was like talking to my dad, but I did it. And it like felt so relieving to kind of get some of that out. And then she had me switch places and sit in the chair and pretend I was my dad. And what would he say? Not what I wanted him to say, but what would he say? And so I did. And of course, I know what he would say, and it would not be what I want to hear. But then we talked about why he might have replied that way, and sort of like the circumstances that kind of made him who he was. And I don't know, it's hard to kind of describe without telling you the details, but it was just kind of an exercise to kind of get out some of those feelings and emotions that I still have about my father. So we also talked about how it's so clear to see the reasons why I have these issues with men, are the reasons why I crave a man, or like feel like I need a man in my life, because I feel like I need a man to save me, to rescue me, to be there, to love me at all times, because I desperately wanted that love from my father when I was a child, and even when I was an adult, and I never got it. And so it's clear to see the reason, like I understand the reason why I am this way. Overcoming it is another thing entirely. Being aware of it doesn't mean I'm healed from it or cured from it, but I'm working towards it. And just, learning these things about myself, and being able to work out the traumas, it's so helpful. I can't even begin to tell you how helpful it is. We're still in my childhood, in my earliest memories, so it's going to take a while to get through my life, So she also gave me some therapy homework. She gave me, so these are her notes that she gave me. So it says 10 positive mantras posted around your home, purse, and car. So she wants me to come up with 10 like positive affirmations, which I've already done, and I shared those with you guys in another vlog. Actually, I have 15 of them. So I need to post those, like put them on sticky notes and post them around my house. She said put them on my bathroom mirror, put them on the front door, put them in the car, keep them in my purse, and just repeat those to myself, even if I don't believe them, until they start to feel true. Then she wants me to write down 5 positive thoughts a day. And I'm not even really sure how that kind of differs from the mantras. It's just like thoughts that you have that are not negative, because I have such a negative internal dialogue that most of my thoughts are negative. So 5 positive thoughts a day to write down in a notebook. And then she wrote, check YouTubes on finding joy. She's kind of an older lady, so she calls YouTube videos YouTubes, which I think is adorable. But she wants me to research and watch videos on finding joy from within yourself. She wrote, go to the woods, which is my safe place. And keep going there and keep practicing that. It's almost like it's going to almost be like a meditation for me, I think. So those are what I'm going to do. These are the things that I'm going to do every day until my next session, and probably beyond that, but that's just like the little assignment that she gave me. So I also want to talk about a couple other things that she told me that I found very helpful. And I'm quoting her directly. She said, I don't believe you will have a successful relationship until you really learn to love and appreciate yourself. And I agree with her. She's right. And she said, I do believe there are good people out there for you, but not right now. Once again, I agree. She's right. I'm not ready to be in a relationship, and I'm not pursuing one, which is really kind of monumental for me, because Lims and I have been broken up for almost a month now. Normally I'd already be setting up something else for myself, because I just can't stand It just hurts so much to not feel like somebody's interested in me romantically, not feel like somebody wants me, needs me, loves me. If I were to get in another relationship, the same thing would happen that happened with Limbs. I'm just not in a place where I can be in a healthy relationship, and that sucks, but it's true, and I'm finally gonna heal this, y'all. Ugh, my battery just died. Anyway, I was saying, I am finally gonna heal this and fix this before I ever attempt to be in another relationship. I have to know and believe that I am worthy of love, I deserve love, but I don't need anyone's love to be complete or have a happy life. And I have to know that and believe that before I can be in a relationship. And I'm not there yet. I want the rest of my life to be as happy as it can possibly be, and I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of failed relationships. I'm tired of the pain and the drama. I'm just tired of all of it, and I'm ready for it to go. And if that means I have to be alone for a while, so be it. Being alone sucks. I don't like it. It sucks being lonely, but I think I'll eventually get to the place where I don't think it's so bad. I also think being in my codependent marriage for so long, it was really detrimental to me on many levels, and also detrimental to him, obviously. It was toxic for both of us. We should have separated when I was 30. We should have separated a year after we got married when I was 30, and I should have done this work. But that's not what happened. We stayed together for the next 10 years, and we stayed codependent, and it became very dysfunctional, and I wish it wouldn't have been that way. I wish I would have had the self-awareness to be able to fix this and not have hurt him like I did, you know. I'll always regret that. We hurt each other a lot, you know, throughout the relationship, and it didn't need to be that way, but I guess I just couldn't see it at the time, or didn't want to see it, I don't know. And then when I got in this new relationship with Limbs, and I just did all the same old stuff, and I can't go on like that. So I'm feeling very hopeful. I do feel very emotionally drained, and I'm going to probably spend the rest of the night just chilling, trying to kind of like process all this some more. But I do feel very good about the path that I've started walking, and I know I'm going to get to a place where I'm truly healed and I can be a good partner to somebody, or I can be alone and be okay, even if I don't have a partner. The EMDR, I think, is going to be incredibly helpful for me. I think this is exactly what I need to really work through these traumas and these things that have been holding me back and have been causing my behaviors, mostly related to issues of abandonment, which cause my BPD behaviors. So yeah, I have to not need somebody, not need a man anymore. I still desperately want a man in my life right now, but I know where that's coming from. I know where it's coming from. It's coming from those old fears, those old traumas, those old negative beliefs that I'm unlovable or unworthy, and I need the validation of someone else for my self-worth. So being able to understand that, I can stop myself from getting into any new relationships, because I really don't want to hurt another person, and I don't want to go through that shit again. So yep, set on being single, y'all. Hope you're ready for a whole lot of single Cindy vlogs. Thank you so much for listening to my rant today. I really appreciate those of you guys who are watching my vlogs. It really means a lot to me, and I hope I can give you some encouragement if you've been going through some rough shit in your life, that you can get better, you can change if you want to, your life can be happy. You just have to do the fucking work, and I know I haven't always been good at doing that, but I'm doing it now, and I'm doing it for me. And if you do it for yourself, I don't think you'll fail. Alright, so I guess that's all I have to say. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys with a new video very soon. Bye. Y'all, this is what my evening is looking like. Me and Morty and Bella are having a cuddle session on this couch. Bella is super into her toy right now, though. Aren't you, Pumpkin? Are you playing with Lamb Chop? Are you playing with your Lamb Chop? Oh. I'm covered in dogs, y'all. Okay, I hope you guys have a good night. I'm gonna watch some true crime and chill with the dogs. Bye.